My name is Norma Graham, and I am Assistant Librarian at the Hanover Public Library. Since we can't be at work these days, I'm offering some suggestions through these series of videos for some reading. These are some of my favorite books that are the truly memorable books for me, the ones that have really changed the way I see the world or understand other people. My first selection for my series is called Life on the Ground Floor by Dr. James Maskalyk. This is it here. This book was the 2017 winner of the Western Award for Nonfiction. And in that year, it also made the Best Book of the Year list from the Globe and Mail, the National Post, CBC, and Chatelaine. So I am not the only one who thinks that this book is wonderful. I've been spending quite a lot of time with Dr. Maskalyk lately, not in real life, of course, but on his Facebook feed, he's doing daily updates on what he's seeing at the emergency room at St. Michael's Hospital in downtown Toronto, which is where he works. Please excuse the cat. And he's discussing a lot of issues around the pandemic, and I highly recommend watching his daily updates because they're very calming for the anxiety that we're all feeling. And although he knows this is extremely serious, he's also telling us that he and his fellow physicians and healthcare professionals are ready. So it's great to kind of check in with Dr. Maskalyk every day on Facebook. So Life on the Ground Floor was his second published book. His first one was called 6 Months in Sudan, and it was about his experiences working with Doctors Without Borders. It was a wonderful book, but Life on the Ground Floor is even better. You can tell when you read both books how in the intervening years he matured as a writer and as a person. And he's really one of the most lyrical writers that I've ever had the pleasure of reading. He has, I think, the heart of a poet and the mind of a scientist. His perspective on healthcare is unique and it's wide because of his experiences both in Africa and in a downtown Toronto hospital that serves many homeless individuals and people dealing with mental illness and addiction. The Toronto Star says that Dr. Maskalyk's talent is to offer nuggets of insight into things that we rarely consider. He is a noticer of small things, a person on whom nothing is lost. So I'm going to illustrate that a little bit. I'm going to read you just a couple of paragraphs out of Life on the Ground Floor where he talks about vertigo. Vertigo, many of us have suffered from it, including me. It's not fun, and there's really not much can be done about it except to wait. But he gives a description here of it that I think is accurate and also quite lovely. Often it is the fluid in our inner ear that gets stuck. All vertebrates have this: fish, birds, dogs, us. When we shift, the lymph inside these semicircular canals, each 90 degrees to the other, sloshes like coffee in a cup on the rolling deck of a ship. The information collides with what we are told by our eyes and the soles of our feet, and we know without needing to ask the difference between a tilted head and a tilted body. But as time passes, the generative capacity we have to make our body anew fades. Our vision, our muscles, the feeling on the bottoms of our feet, the wobbles start small at first, then widen. Our ear gets scarred just like the rest of us. The minuscule stones that sit at the bottom of our ear and point to the ground get shaken loose and tumble like gravel would in a moving tide. Instead of settling to the bottom, the loose stones stay high even when the water drops, and our brain is told that we're in two different places at the same time, and we can't believe what we're seeing. Turn this way if you want to stay straight. No, this way. Turn, turn, turn. Our body lurches, our stomach too. We don't know where to fix our eyes, and they jitter from side to side. We close them. No place feels safe. So that's pretty accurate. And also, as you can see, he's got a real way with words. I think the theme, the real theme of Life on the Ground Floor, as he talks about his experiences of working in emergency medicine, is that life is fragile, we're all temporary, and that what matters and what lasts longer than our frail bodies is our connection to others, and that's what is important. So, Life on the Ground Floor by James Maskalyk, and I will be back soon with another of my favorite books to talk about. Thanks. Bye.